It's been exactly a month since I lived the worst night of my life. Something that I'd describe as a nightmare. I won't go into the details in order to be respectful of the several people that were involved, but let's just say that I hit the worst moment of my psychological journey, because I do hope and believe that that was the worst that I could reach. This might sound as an already made sentence, but it is the truth. After that night, I promised myself and the people who love me that I would do my best to get better. And that is what I've been doing for the past 30 days. In the last months, I kept telling myself and to others around me that I was trying to get better. But was I? To be honest, I kept postponing my desires and my happiness, being afraid that it wouldn't make any difference. But 30 days ago, it was the moment to give it a try. I had nothing more to lose. First thing that I did was to go back to my psychiatrist and telling her that I needed some extra help because the medicines that I was taking weren't good enough at the time. And I'm gonna be honest, without this first step, I wouldn't have been able to do all the rest that I'm gonna tell you. Anyway, if you're interested, there is a whole video about antidepressants and you can have a look. I will put the link. But yeah, without the meds, I wouldn't have been able to do the rest. So I'm gonna be honest in this. It was a big first step to go to my psychiatrist and ask for more. After that, I finally went volunteering in another animal sanctuary, and this had such a good effect on my brain, probably at least as the meds, because for me, being in the nature, being surrounded by animals and helping them is such a relief for my head and for my body. I really loved every moment of this volunteering experience, even the toughest moments, even the moments in which I had maybe arguments with some people of the sanctuary or, normal discussions, but everything was worth it. I really loved it. I left the sanctuary with such a good feeling in myself. Also about this, there is a video. I'm gonna put the link of this as well. Right after the 2 weeks at the sanctuary, I came back home and I must admit I was feeling a bit lost. So I did something else that I had been postponing for so long, getting a gym membership again. Because despite the fact that I never stopped working out in these months, I was doing it at home alone, and when you suffer from crisis and depressive moments, I wouldn't say it's the best idea. But in the past few months, I kept finding excuses like I have no time, costs me a lot, and I wouldn't go so many times, and they were dumb excuses. But now, finally, I'm a gym rat again, and I'm so proud of it. But I kept doing yoga sessions and mobility workouts at home, which is also super good for me. The yoga calms me down quite a lot, and the mobility is good for my body for sure, but also for my mind. I actually really like the mobility workouts. In between these two things, I donated my hair, which was a gesture that put a smile on my face for days when I did it. And still now when I think about it, I smile and I get happier. But also about this, I made a video, so I won't talk too much about it. If you're curious about donating hair, there's gonna be the link of the video. On top of all of this, I really tried to do everything that could be interesting for me, that maybe in the last few months I would have loved to do, but I don't know why I would just avoid doing it. So I went to a book presentation of one of my favorite authors, and it was an amazing experience, also because this is the author that inspired my last tattoo. So yeah, it was just super cool. I had a picture with him, I had my book signed, so super happy. And normally I would have skipped it because in the evening I'm very tired due to the medicines. But this time I was like, The medicines won't stop me from going, and me being tired won't stop me from going. So I went, and it was definitely worth it. Then I got a radio interview to talk about my job as a freelance photographer. Well, years ago I would have been too shy to do something like this. I think now I'm more able. Yeah, this too made me feel sort of proud. It was nice. Then I took a short course on how to paint ceramics with a friend of mine, and also I took long walks with my dog. I started going out in the evenings more often. I also started this nice habit of putting post-its on my mirror in the bathroom. I write down what I love about myself. Sometimes it's hard, but it's a very nice habit to build, really. At the beginning I thought it was a bit silly, but then I realized how nice it was. These are so many little things, but for me, months ago, they would have been so tough, without even being able to explain why. My head would just hide behind excuses like, I'm just too tired, I don't have the time, I'm too sad today for this. And I would just keep the vicious circle going. Now, I definitely cannot celebrate yet. And I know way too well that this journey has just started, or maybe started years ago with me starting therapy. I don't know. Anyway, this time I feel there's something different, but there are gonna be ups and downs, so no celebrations yet. I just wanted to share that this month has been way better. And I made this video hoping that then I could give you an answer to how I managed to do all these things and to change my mindset so much in this month. Unfortunately, I don't have an answer for that. I wish I could tell you. I wish it didn't take me to hit rock bottom to actually start working to be better. I think that if I focus on my reasons and why I realized that I needed to change, well, first, I realized that I was losing myself. Like, the happy me was mostly gone, and I missed her so much. But the second reason, and probably the most important one, is that I realized that the people that are close to me needed me to be better. I think that the love for your close ones can be a powerful trigger for change. When I realized that my parents were suffering because of me, that a friend of mine had cried because of my mental state, and that the most important person of my life needed me well, something hit me, and I accepted that I had to change. I had to do something in order not to cause that pain to anyone anymore. The thing is, this was my trigger. I don't know what could be yours, but maybe this could give you a hint or an idea. What I can definitely tell you though is that trying to be better is always worth it. Even if it takes ages, even if it's a journey of ups and downs. Just start with small, easy steps, because As James Clear says, tiny changes make remarkable results. Bye.